Hello everybody, welcome back to the Madridiistas perspective. Today we're going to go talk about the Getafe game that is coming up tomorrow. Make sure to stay tuned for that. I'll be talking about Sergio Ramos, Mbappe, and a lot more. So make sure to watch through the whole video and enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Uh, to begin with, we're going to start off with our predictions. So we have our full squad here, as you can see. My lineup prediction for tomorrow is of course Courtois in goal with Mendy and Vasquez on the fullback positions. Obviously we have Vasquez, but I believe we could also play Valverde. It depends on what Ancelotti prefers to start with. But I believe either Vasquez will start or Valverde will start and then Vasquez will be subbed in later in the game. As for the centre backs, we will have, of course, Rudiger, who's being an absolute tank, with the absolute rising star of Asensio, which we will talk more about him in a little bit. We also have Bellingham, Modric, and Ceballos. It's a wild guess. Bellingham, of course, will start. Modric and Ceballos, I'm not too sure, considering Modric played the full game, pretty much a full game against Liverpool. He might be a bit tired, maybe not. We will see. And on the left wing, you have Mbappe with Diaz in the middle and Valverde on the right if Vasquez starts. And of course, as you guys might have heard, we have Rodrigo is back from his injury. He is back. He's in the squad list, and hopefully we'll see him play a little bit tomorrow. I highly doubt he's going to play a full 90 minutes. But we have missed Rodrigo so much, the legendary Brazilian masterclass. We're just so happy to hear him come back. After so many injuries, we are so glad to have someone back on on our team. But I want to talk a little bit about tomorrow's game. So tomorrow's game is a very important game. We have to win. We still have a game in hand, of course. And my prediction for tomorrow's game, taking the Champions League on the side, putting on the side, I believe regarding our performances in La Liga, we will do exceptionally well. Of course, we're not playing at our best right now, but I think we'll do a good job. We'll get the win, and maybe a 2-0, 3-0. Hopefully, we'll try and keep that clean sheet. Our defense has improved quite a bit with the addition of Asensio, which this guy, a rising star from the academy, what a player. He came in, he was forced to leave the academy and come and join the big boys, and he has stepped up. He is going to be competing for that centre back position when Militao, Alaba, and whoever else might join Real Madrid in the future. He is going to be competing for that centre back position. Trust me, he is a vital player. Honestly, from just those 3 games and his complete and absolute beauty of a performance that he's putting on, regardless of the results of the game, because that's more of a team issue rather than an individual player, of course. Asensio has been putting his best and he has been achieving greatness. And I honestly think if, for example, Militao or Alba will come back, he will most likely dominate them unless they really do push back. Because when Militao came back from his ACL injury before he got the second ACL injury, he did not do that great. He messed up quite a bit. But since he has been proven to avoid mistakes, I don't remember the last time he's made a mistake, at least a big one. He managed to save us from conceding an early goal against Liverpool, which was ideal. Nonetheless, we lost, but still, he nearly blocked one of the goals against Liverpool as well, which wasn't his man to mark. Basically, he was playing out of position when he tried to block it. But anyways, we're not here to talk about Liverpool. That's done and dusted, unfortunately. But for Getafe, they aren't that strong of a team. Let's be honest. Real Madrid are, of course, out of their best lately throughout this season, but we're still good enough to kind of destroy anyone who comes in our way. When it comes in La Liga, of course, when it comes in the Champions League, it's been proven that even against a side like AC Milan or Lille, we struggled quite badly. Liverpool was an exception because they are dominating their league and the Champions League. So Getafe should hopefully be a somewhat of an easy win for us. We will see. Again, my prediction for the game is maybe two. I'll say 3-0. I will be optimistic, but I think realistically we will concede and it will be a tight game. But I will remain optimistic for this game and we'll see how it goes. Uh, Obviously, if you guys have watched the press conference, Ancelotti was asked about Endrick, and he said he won't be playing him unless he thinks he can win the game. So we could see Endrick hasn't been performing that well. Yes, he scored some beautiful goals. He's been a key player in a few games back in the days, but he isn't performing well, and he's not getting the minutes, which is obviously proven by that he's not getting the minutes. Because he doesn't have the minutes, he's not having his chance to prove himself, which is why I highly doubt he's going to be playing or starting at least. Starting, he won't be starting, but if he'll probably play like the last 5-10 minutes just to bring on some energy in the forward section. Um, yeah, and speaking of center back positions, transitioning back to that. This is just to put a lid on the whole rumor thing. Sergio Ramos will not be coming to Real Madrid. I'm a bit late on this, I'm sorry, but I haven't really been paying attention to that part that much. Uh, I never really pay attention to any of the transfer news unless they are like truly big. Obviously, Sergio Ramos is a big deal. Don't get me wrong; he's a legend. He's the captain of all captains. But he hasn't been playing since he's a free agent in the moment. And one of the reasons why is I have it right here. The former captain is not viewed as a necessarily the right fit for this dressing room. Ramos is certainly a vocal senior player, which Madrid clearly lack, which we do. We do. We don't really have someone who's up there. You would expect that from Rudiger, but I don't know what's up. Anyways, but sources suggest that dropping in such a strong personality could upset the squad dynamic, which I find kind of silly reading it, because bringing such a strong dynamic, everyone in Real Madrid and outside Real Madrid and non-footballers or anyone on this planet knows Sergio Ramos is an absolute beast. He's an absolutely clever captain, vocal captain, and it's not something personal. Like me, he comes in the dressing room being all up and in front and direct is a clear way of being uh, like a helpful player, and then a whole team being quiet. We don't have that person who could shout, "Hey, do that," or "Oh, do this," or "Hey, no, you gotta come back, drop back, tighten up the lines," or whatever." That was a weird accent. Anyways, you get the point, right? I What I'm trying to say is, I think what they mean by this is that because it's a new generation with different expectations and uh, methods to accomplishing things, and Sergio Ramos is definitely an old school player. It won't work, which I find kind of silly because I personally prefer having someone like Ramos than someone being a whole team being quiet. Obviously, Modric is our captain right now, but he's not a vocal player. He's a magician. He's a magician, but he's not a vocal player. He has a high status in the club, but still he doesn't have that voice to make some movements, and maybe that's one of the reasons why we're not currently at our best this season. And not to mention, Ancelotti also mentioned one thing that is very true, and that all Madridistas fans, okay, Madridistas fans, this is all to you. And also to all the haters as well, actually, to all the haters. We had the most perfect season last year. Last year was the most perfect season we can ask for. Ancelotti said that he has never had a season like that ever before. Every season he's played, he had problems, and he had to make up solutions sooner than later. But last year was an absolute perfection, which is absolutely true. So you can't expect Real Madrid to always be on top without any problems. Yes, maybe occasionally, every few years, we're gonna have a perfect season, unstoppable. Maybe lose once or twice the whole entire season. Yes, that could happen. It's not unlikely, but Real Madrid cannot consistently do that. No team in the history of football can do that. So for all the haters and for all the Madridistas out there, we are we are not far behind. We're not short of anything. We are still in it to win it, and there is nothing uh, too overwhelming for us. And I will get to that in just a little bit. Because I also want to mention that Real Madrid are currently sat in second place uh, at the moment, because Atletico Madrid are going to playing their game, and they might probably win the game, putting them in front. But we still have two games in hand. One of them is tomorrow, and the next one is still we're not sure about. But that still puts us 2 points if we win tomorrow's game. Hopefully, when we win tomorrow's game, that will put us 2 points, 1 point behind Barcelona. It will put us 1 point behind Barcelona, and if we hopefully win that game in hand, we will be 2 points ahead of Barcelona. So we are still in the title race for La Liga, guys. We are still in the title race for La Liga, and we are still in it in the Champions League. Just because we're in the playoffs and we're sat all the way at the back on 24th, it doesn't mean we're not in the Champions League. It doesn't mean we can't win the Champions League. Alright, guys? So it's just a matter of time and patience. Because, okay, we could be on we could be sitting 24th now and then be holding the Champions League trophy whenever the final comes. So it's Real Madrid. We always come up with something. Again, we might not win it, but you cannot rule us out. Nobody can rule Real Madrid out until we are officially out. When we're officially out, when that final whistle is blown and we have been defeated, you cannot call out Real Madrid. We are a team that are resilient, are strong, are confident, and are determined to do anything. This is who we are. This is the Madridista style, and this is what Real Madrid is all about. So you cannot count us out of La Liga nor the Champions League. Copa del Rey obviously is a different story, maybe more of a tactical play, because people have been talking about the Copa del Rey being a way to minimize the amount of games Real Madrid have to play this year. So we'll see what happens with that when the time comes. And also, we have the finale on the 18th of December, I believe, which is also another trophy we could possibly win, which would hopefully give us a confidence boost as well. But we gotta take it step by step. So tomorrow we have Getafe, and then we'll see what happens. When we win that game against Getafe, that will be an even stronger confidence boost for the team in La Liga. In the Champions League, we're gonna have to be working out stuff. But guys, I want to tell you something. We in 20 games, Real Madrid have suffered 23 injuries. We have suffered more than one injury per game, or nearly one injury per game, or whatever the ratio was. It kind of changed since things more injuries have occurred. Imagine that 23 injuries throughout 20 games. That is absolutely crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I don't know what to tell you guys. But you definitely cannot count us out. And if we are performing even not at our best and we're performing like this in the La Liga and we're still in it in the Champions League, imagine us having our full squad. Imagine us having our full squad. We would be an unstoppable force. And now I want to talk about that unstoppable force and when it's gonna come. So Mbappe, we come back to Mbappe. I've been very harsh on Mbappe lately. Again, it's nothing personal about him, but he needs to find his ways. There's been talk that a French legend, which is Zidane, has been talking to Mbappe to try and boost his morale, boost his confidence, but Mbappe is not doing great. He's not performing, he's not passing, he's not shooting, he's not dribbling, he's not... It's as if we're playing a 10-man game. So, and of course, we don't want to put... it's not 100% his fault that we're losing. Of course not. It's not 100% Mbappe's fault. Real Madrid as a whole squad, we need to figure out that chemistry, and we gotta bring that chemistry, those best moments that we've had before, we need to bring those back. It's all a mental game. Individually, we have insanely talented players. Jude Bellingham, a young talented player. Camavinga, a young talented player. Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Asensio. We have some veterans, Rudiger, Alaba, Modric, Carvajal, Lucas Vazquez. We also have moderate players that are essential. You cannot always have the best of players in your team. We saw what happened with that in PSG. Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. That was an absolute fumble, crumble, jumble, whatever you want to call it, of a decision PSG made. So, yes, we might not have the best players for each position, but still, we are still collectively a strong unit. And also, considering that we're going to be bringing in Alphonso Davies, which is mind-blowing it's super mind-blowing that I don't even know what's happening anymore. If I was a journalist trying to find out answers, this must be crazy. Because we don't know what's happening with him. But now we're having hints that Trent Alexander-Arnold is like 50-50 in or out. I'm not sure. But it's crazy. And now after the Liverpool game, we have speculations that Van Dijk is coming to us. Those speculations, guys, we gotta put them aside. We gotta put that aside. Tomorrow we have a game to focus on. Getafe is not a weak side. They are clearly not performing that well. They are sitting in 17th place. So yeah, they're not far from relegation. So hopefully we'll be beating them. And with, if I haven't said this already, and with Barcelona's beautiful loss today, that 2-1. As soon as I saw on my phone Barcelona 1-0 losing, and then I saw that 1-1, and then that became a 2-1 in the 70th minute, I straight up popped on and started watching the game. And as soon as the game finished, I was like, yes, the Madridistas are going to be so happy because we are going to get our chance to show who's the boss, who's going to win the La Liga. Tomorrow is our time to break that lead, come back into the game, and show who's the champions. It's your host from the Madridistas perspective. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to comment down below after you have liked, subscribed, and shared. And I'll see you guys all on the next one. Take care and bye bye.